Hey, my cousins, happy Sunday and welcome to a movie review. This one is a movie review on Zombie Town. Zombie Town is a movie directed and written by R.L. Stine, and you have the legend Dan Aykroyd acting in it as well. Now, with Dan Aykroyd acting in it, of course, you know that it's kind of like a twist. R.L. Stine, if you don't know who he is, he's real famous for Goosebumps. And if you don't know Goosebumps, you probably don't have kids, because that's the only way I know Goosebumps is because of my kid. And it was on Nickelodeon. Anyway, so he's acting in this movie basically, and you know if Dan Aykroyd is in the movie, it's more of a, not necessarily a spoof, but there's some comedy in it, and it's not really scary. It's like medium semi type situation. So basically the story entails of a young man who is new to a small town. He is not feeling it as well because, if I am correct, they moved from a city to a country type situation, which is a huge adjustment. I myself, coming from a small town, moving to a big city, it wasn't a huge adjustment for me. I kind of just go with the flow, to be honest. Yeah, it wasn't a huge adjustment for me, but for some, it's a huge adjustment. To truth be told, at this very moment, truth be told, I think my kid loves the country more than he loves the city. Yeah. And the part that we live in is not really busy, so it's interesting. Anyway, so the young man is having issues adjusting to the small town. He's not a fan of it. He wants to move. He wants to get away because it's just not his cup of tea. And his mom was telling him, like, you know, wherever you are, you have to make it your home. You have to find what you love about it in order for you to enjoy where you are, which is very true. Wherever you are in life, wherever, even with people, as people know, like, I live in an extended stay, and they be like, how? And I'm like, bruh, like, it doesn't matter where you are. You can be in a 6-bedroom house. That doesn't mean that you're happy. You have to make your living quarters, wherever you are, a home, and make it where it's peaceful for you. So she was trying to instill in him and tell him, like, in order for you to enjoy where you are, you have to find something that you love about it. Because if you constantly dwell on, which is what I tell my kid, if you constantly dwell on the negative is what you will get. If you focus on the positive is what you will get. You gotta make life is what you make it, plain and simple. So so basically the town is the home of the famous producer and movie writer, which is played by Dan Aykroyd, who is basically his specialty in movies is zombies, basically horror, but specifically zombies. But lo and behold, kind of in the lane of Goosebumps, his movies actually affect the town. And until he takes accountability for that, all his movies will continue to destroy wherever he goes, basically. Because I be trying not to tell y'all the movie. So it's actually the day before of his last movie. Like, he's written his last movie, and it's the last movie of his career that he's ever going to actually show. So he's gearing up for that. The young man works at the movie theater where the movie is going to be played, and Dan Aykroyd's character, which I don't remember his name, child. I think it was Carver or Carter. I think it was Carter. I think that was the last name. Yeah, I know. Basically shows up and gives the movie. Well, a freak accident happens because the owner of the movie theater is a huge fan of the producer, and he has this contraption. The contraption somehow hits the producer, and he has to be transported to the hospital, which leaves the young man in charge of the movie, which he uses to try to impress this young lady. With him trying to impress this young lady, it actually now in this part, I can kind of see where men will be like, sometimes women can make men do certain shit that they know they shouldn't do, because she knew good and hell well he wasn't supposed to be playing the movie, and you knew he liked you, so you used that to your advantage so he could play the movie for you, which ended up backfiring because the whole town becomes, of course, zombies. Yes. Now, there are ways where we all know, watching zombie movies, there are ways that you can become a zombie by transfer of being bitten, or was it like the fluid? No, I think it was just mostly being bitten. I'm trying to think, because there was some other movies where it was like the fluid got in somebody's bloodstream. It's so many zombie movies, but this one, they don't do any biting. They do a transfer of a different way to turn you into a zombie. They are really slow, and some of them still have some kind of mental capacity of who they were before they were zombies. Let me put it like that. So basically, the whole movie is about, once the whole town becomes zombies, is the young man and the young lady and some other people trying to turn the town, of course, back into regular people so they can live happily ever after. I give this movie 4 halos. It's cool. It's a cool little spoof. Especially, it's cool for something for you to watch with your preteen. Because it's not too scary, like I said, but we're so desensitized. Your preteen probably looking at you like, what is this? But in all actuality, it's also a message entailed in there of how we are so desensitized to the simple fact that we all are basically zombies. We have too much screen time. We're not getting out. We're not doing other things. It's too much media. It's basically what it's saying. But all in all, it's a cute little fright night for preteens, not younger ones. Younger ones, keep it at Scooby-Doo. But it's still a cute little watch if you are into the Halloween spirit and it's something that you want to look at, and it is on Hulu. So in your spare time, go and give it a watch and let me know what you think in the comments. I love you the most because you're definitely the dopest in real life. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.